Injuries are always frustrating, but they get even worse as you age because you take so long to heal. If you're in your 50s, 40s, or even 30s, you're going to want to watch this. I've experienced nagging injuries for 6 of the last 7 years. I've dealt with plantar fasciitis, deep hip pain, sprained ankles, shoulder pain, strained calves, hip flexor problems, back and groin, and most currently it's my elbow, which has been bad for almost a year now, and my lower back. Recently, when I plead with my back if it will please just get better and heal, it says this to me.
No, I don't think I will.
If I had a wish from a genie, it would be nice to add 15 pounds of muscle or get a 6-pack or fix my receding hairline. But at my age, I would much rather fix these nagging injuries that have been bugging me for so long. I would much rather take functionality over aesthetics at this point in my life. When I was younger and would watch superheroes and saw their powers, I always thought it was cool to have super strength or the ability to be invisible or fly. But these days, I'm more jealous of Wolverine and his ability to heal injuries and regenerate on the spot. So let's look at some ways we can speed up healing and recovery. Now, the first one's kind of a cheat because that is to avoid getting injured in the first place. And one way we can do that is by proper warm-up. I know warming up isn't very fun for a lot of people, but you don't want to go to the gym and start with a max lift immediately. You want to warm up, build up to it, get ready for it. Also, when you're doing any exercise, you want to watch your technique and form. The more fatigued you get, the more tired you get, the more exhausted you are, the crappier your form's going to be, and the more susceptible you are to getting injured. So that's the first thing, is to warm up and watch your form. The second thing is, as soon as you're injured, is to seek proper medical care. A lot of times we just say, oh, my shoulder's bugging me, and then you realize it's been 3 months and it's still bugging you, and you never got a prognosis, you don't know what it is. With my dumb elbow, I still don't know if it's tennis elbow, tricep tendonitis, some inner joint thing, but it's driving me crazy. It would be a lot smarter if I just checked it out as soon as it was bothering me. Some of the best advice I was ever given was, when you have an injury, to treat yourself like you're a professional athlete. Be that serious about it. The times I've had so many bad sprains and hyperextensions and things like that, the amount of time it takes to heal when I just let them heal on their own versus when I go to physical therapy or get proper care for them, it's amazing how much faster it goes when you're doing heat and cold therapy, rehab exercises, electrical stimulation, all those sort of things. You're going to make a lot bigger difference if you treat yourself seriously than if you just hope for it to get better on its own. The next thing you can do is rest the injury. This is the bane of my existence. This happens to me so much. I hurt myself, and then I get a text that they got 9 guys for basketball. Are you coming? And it's like, well, I know I'm not going to do very well, but heck, I love playing basketball, so I keep playing and keep injuring it, making it worse and worse. Maybe you can relate to this, but sometimes you just got to give it a rest. That's really hard. Now, when I say give it a rest, that doesn't mean you have to stop exercising completely and just lie in bed for 3 weeks. Obviously, we're still going to be active. You can still exercise, but you want to make modifications so you don't re-injure that. You can work around it. So if you're running and you've got foot or knee or lower back problems and you don't like that impact, there's other things you can do. You can use a row or a treadmill, an elliptical. There's different types of things where you can still get a good cardio workout without your feet pounding on the pavement with that impact. Another problem I see is when people start feeling better, they'll go back 100% instead of easing into it. Remember, we're looking at making baby steps, doing incremental increases and doing it gradually so you don't just injure yourself again immediately. So give yourself some time to move back into the usual work routine. Another important aspect of healing quickly is getting enough sleep. If you don't rest your body, it's not going to heal. If it's under a state of stress and can't relax and rejuvenate with proper sleep, it's an uphill battle. So make sure you get plenty of quality sleep. This next one's a no-brainer, and that's nutrition. We know that our bodies are constantly replacing cells and organs. It's always regenerating and fixing itself. And the better we can have good building blocks to work with, the easier that's going to be for your body to do. So if you have a good diet, a balanced diet, if you got enough protein, things like that, that's going to help you make a quicker recovery than if you're malnourished. And my final piece of advice is to listen to your body. It helps if you can stay in tune with your body and listen to those cues it's giving you. It can be hard sometimes when you want to go hard, but for a lot of us, beast mode left the conversation long ago. So it's better to remain uninjured than to hurt yourself every time you're playing a sport. It would sure be nice if there was some magical potion that could immediately heal wounds and injuries, but apparently not, so we're going to have to be more patient until then. Well, that is until Elon Musk starts manufacturing these Bacta tanks, and I'll be the first in line for those. So I recently signed up for Dunk Camp again. I'm really excited about it, but I'm also concerned because just a couple weeks ago, I was in so much pain from my lower back that I was just limping everywhere. So I've got a lot of healing and recovery to do before that time in 5 months, so I can start training before it. So wish me luck. I'm going to apply the things we discussed in this video, and I think they're going to make a difference.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Now, even though injuries are discouraging, it's nice to know you can overcome them. In fact, I made a video previously about some very amazing comeback stories of some professional athletes who had some very serious injuries and came back in a big way. Feel free to check that out.